Assalamu alaikum, dear viewers. Peace and blessings. Welcome back to this awesome live stream. This is Niama, your sister. You can call me Nia. So, the live stream today, February 7th, 2025, is all about aliens, the Bermuda Triangle, plane crashes, and what Islam says, and what should we do about knowing the facts. Should we be afraid? Are you planning to travel? Are you going to fly on an airplane? Well, welcome back to the live stream. So I'm very thrilled to have you all here so we can delve into this amazing topic, some intriguing topics indeed. So, the mysteries of the Bermuda Triangle, the concept of extraterrestrial life in Islam, in particular, because I'm Muslim, and also the recent concerns about air traffic safety. So, we are going to explore what Islam teaches and what Islam says about these particular subjects, as well as discuss practical advice that I will give you for those who feeling anxious, nervous about flying. I know I love flying. I love traveling. I always wanted to be a flight attendant when I was younger. I have a book that I got years ago for my children, and it says The Bermuda Triangle, The Disappearance of Flight 19 by Jack DeMolay. And I didn't even know that the Bermuda Triangle, that term, it comes from a guy named Vincent Gaddis. He came up with the name and he used it in an article he wrote in 1964. That was a long time ago. Amazing. Amazing. Wow. So, yes, let's explore, let's embark on this amazing, enlightening journey together. So, the Bermuda Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle, unraveling the mystery. So, it's known as, I didn't even know that, it's known as the Devil's Triangle. Can you imagine? Shaitan's Triangle. So, where is it actually, the Bermuda Triangle? It's a region in North Atlantic Ocean, bounded by Miami, Bermuda, and Puerto Rico. Yepa! My Spanish, mi gente, my Spanish subscribers or viewers, you are welcome. Bienvenido. Oh, we have one viewer here that commented, welcome, thank you. The Danny and Lily show. Thank you for subscribing. Yeah. Gracias, gracias. Thank you. Merci. I will definitely look into your channel and I will subscribe. Thank you. I really appreciate. Love you. So over the years, there has been numerous aircraft and ships that have been reported disappearing under some mysterious circumstances in that particular area. And of course, the term was coined by, like I just said, the writer Vincent Gaddis in 1964. That means 10 years before my birth. I was born in 1974. And he wrote the article in the magazine and he titled it The Deadly Bermuda Triangle. So there's like people giving explanation, natural factors, maybe unpredictable weather pattern, strong currents, and also magnetic anomalies. So, sorry, excuse my French accent and the way I sometimes speak. You know, English is my third language. But you understand, I meant anomalies, like kind of weird things happening. And some say speculated error, like human error, mechanical failures, of course. Sometimes it's unavoidable, unfortunately, and also navigational challenges. So it's very important to note that the reputable sources, they have dismissed the idea that there is any mystery surrounding the Bermuda Triangle. What do you think, guys? I've always been fascinated by this. And I remember watching on the TV when I used to have a television that actually the people are still alive, but in a different dimension. Do you believe that? Can you imagine they stuck in a dimension and they're still alive up to today? That would be crazy. So what does actually my religion is Islam? What does Islam and extraterrestrial? Do you think we can find out and discover reality and what really happened, the fact? Well, Islamic teachings do not explicitly confirm or deny the existence of aliens per se. We do believe in what is called jinn, and we believe they are invisible creatures. It's another creation of God, like we are humans. There's angels, the animals, and then there are the jinns, because the Quran definitely mentioned them as Allah is the Lord of all the worlds, meaning the world that we live here as humans, and the angels, their own dimensions. Some people say yes, they speculated and they say definitely, since we are human beings and with all these planets, this galaxy, yes, there has to be a different creation out there. There must be aliens. And I think even the American army, the military, was hiding them. Some people say that, like Area 51. Have you ever heard of that? Area 51? I used to be so fascinated on those programs. I used to watch them all the time. But they, in the Quran itself, like word for word, there's no definitive evidence in the Quran or any books of hadith that speak directly about alien lives. But some scholars, they have suggested that because of the vastness, meaning the huge fact of the universe being so big, they make it as saying that yes, it's plausible, like it's possible, and they emphasize that such belief should not contradict, of course, the Islamic principles. And now I'm going to speak on what has happened recently here in America since I live here. Devastating news. You know, January 29th, which a few days ago, what happened, the tragic mid-air collision that occurred in well, it wasn't exactly in Washington, D.C., but it was very close to Washington, D.C. And I've been to Washington, D.C. I was there. It's strange that I just thinking about it because it was in 2019 in July, and that's when I wanted to commit suicide, actually, to end my life. That's how it's so clear in my mind when I see, every time I see Washington, D.C., that's the only thing I'm thinking about when I was there and I wanted to end my life. But anyways, returning to the subject at hand, the mid-air collision, it involved an Army Black Hawk helicopter, and an American Airlines regional jet. And guess what? That crash resulted in 67 fatalities, some meaning dead people. Yes, 67. So if I remember correctly, the article on one of the newspapers said that it was 64 passengers in the airplane and 3 people in the helicopter. And I'm sure a lot of people are now even more scared to fly, to travel. And it's very, very scary to even imagine that one of your loved one was in that airplane and now they're dead. Let me see if I can find the article that I was looking at the other day. Yes, let me get to this one, the ABC News. Yeah, let me get to the ABC News. 67 people are dead after a regional jet collided with an Army Black Hawk helicopter Wednesday night over Washington, D.C., officials says, the nation's first major commercial airline crash since 2009. Can you imagine? So since 2009, there was no such incident. The aircraft went down in the frigid Potomac River, breaking into multiple pieces. There were no survivors. Horrible, horrifying, devastating. This is insane, crazy. That's how you have to truly realize that life is so fleeting, is so precious, and you can also lose it just like that in the twinkling of an eye. 67 people dead. Let's listen to what this guy is saying.
On board the American Airlines flight and the crew on that Black Hawk, the young figure skaters, their families, the two young sisters who died, the three soldiers, the experienced pilots on that Black Hawk. Tonight, Whit Johnson with the remarkable stories, the loved ones, the young skating stars on that plane. Tonight, loved ones honoring the memories of the 67 people killed in that mid-air collision over the Potomac.
It's really fun to have a sister to skate with.
14-year-old Everly Livingston and her 11-year-old sister Lydia were bright rising stars in the world of figure skating. Our Washington, D.C. affiliate WJLA spoke with the sisters in 2022.
When you get older, what do you want to do with skating?
Go to Disney on Ice.
Ooh, how about you?
I want to be in the Olympics.
Both lost their lives on their way home from a national skating camp in Wichita, along with their parents, Donna and Peter. 12-year-old Brielle Beyer beat cancer when she was only 4 months old. She died with her mom, Justina. Brielle's dad telling me she was so proud to skate at that coveted camp just days before. What do you want the world to know about her and her competitive spirit?
She was just such a fighter in everything she did, and she just lived life to the fullest with everything.
Kia Duggins was a Harvard Law School graduate and a former Miss Kansas contestant. She was flying to D.C. to start as a law professor at Howard University in the fall. Elizabeth Keys died on her 33rd birthday, heading home early from a business trip to celebrate with her longtime partner, David Seidman.
Liz was fearless, like in both her professional life, but also her personal life, was always willing to do the right thing, was always willing to take risks, was always willing to sort of bet big on being the best version of yourself.
The victims of Flight 5342 touched many lives in different ways. Are you posing? Lizzie Jacobson will never forget this moment from 2021. Flight attendant Ian Epstein helping to calm her baby. When she saw his photo in the news, she recognized him immediately.
We picked her up and just kind of walked the aisles, talked to everybody, was cracking jokes. I just thought it was such an amazing experience with a flight attendant who clearly loved his job and he loved making people smile.
And David, the Army has now identified 2 of the 3 soldiers who were on that Black Hawk helicopter. 28-year-old Staff Sergeant Ryan O'Hara from Georgia spent more than 10 years in the armed forces and served in Afghanistan. And 39-year-old Chief Warrant Officer and pilot Andrew Eves from Maryland had nearly 2 decades of decorated military service in both the Army and Navy. The name of the female pilot has not been released at the request of the family. And David, we're also learning that American Airlines will no longer be using that flight number 5342. David.
Whit Johnson on the banks of the Potomac River there for us again tonight. Whit will be watching you this weekend. Thank you.
Wow. So sad. Oh my God. I didn't even know there was little kids in the airplane that passed away. Wow. Moment of silence for all these people that passed away, these 67 people that passed away. 1 minute of silence. Yes, the moment of silence. Children have died, adults, people that have dreams and goals and plans. This is how you understand how life is so precious. You need to cherish it. Cherish it. Walaikum assalam rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Bob, thank you so much for showing up and for joining the live, even if it's for a few minutes. I truly appreciate you. Alhamdulillah. Praise be to God Most High. Bob says, of course, may Allah grant those who are those so affected and the innocence. Peace and mercy, inshallah. Ameen. And those suffering from the loss of family and friends and any innocents who suffer. Ameen. Ameen. Yes. Yes, indeed. I pinned your comment. Thank you, Bob. Yes, please treasure your life. Realize that it's fleeting, meaning it can just end just like that. Treasure every single moment. When you wake up, be grateful that you are still alive, you're breathing the air, you are here, you're not 6 feet under. You have loved ones, you have people that care about you. You have a life, you have a home, you have somewhere, some place to sleep at night, especially in this cold winter weather, for example. So many people, children are suffering in the cold winter season. Children are dying of starvation in Africa, in part of Europe, in the Middle East, Gaza, Palestine, Philistine. My Muslim brothers and Muslim sisters, they are still fighting for their lives, fighting the oppressor. Please pray for them. Think about them every day and realize how your life is so beautiful and so amazing compared to these people. There's a saying, it's a narration from the Islamic teaching that I have read years ago that says, instead of comparing your life with people that have so much and have more than you, compare your life with those that have less than you. And that's from Prophet Muhammad, peace and blessing be upon him. Always look at those who have less than you that have less fortunate than you. And that will help you to endure and to deal with whatever you are going through of hardship, of struggles. Bob Robertson said, Jazakallah khairan, sister. Wa iyyakum, my brother. I get so emotional, especially when I hear of children dying. Can be air crash, can be murdered, can be of starvation. I think I'm going to stop the live. I can't stay too long. I get emotional. That could have been one of my kids, that maybe, because my children just came back from traveling to Europe. That could be someone that you love and care about. Could be your relative, your family member, your best friend. Life is too precious to always be here complaining, being negative. Don't take it for granted. Bob Robertson said, the door to mercy is open so long as we are in the dunya. Dunya is Arabic for this life on earth. And surely we are in need of the mercy of Allah. Allah is God, according to Islam. Allah is the same creator God that has created Adam and Eve, that has created Noah, Abraham, all the prophets, Moses, Jesus. Peace be upon them all. Bob Robertson said, Ya Rabb. Rabb is Arabic for Lord. Forgive us our sins and when we wrong ourselves and wrong our others. And give us the guidance to remain on the straight path. Ameen. That means amen. Yes, we definitely need God. God doesn't need us. We need God. We're in need of him every single day. We wouldn't be even here if it wasn't for God. So whoever is in fear of flying, please don't be scared. Rely on God. Put all your trust in God. In Islam, we are commanded to have tawakkul. Tawakkul, meaning trust in God, Creator. And it's fundamental for us Muslims because once you put our trust in God, once we say, I believe in you, God, I believe in your plan, I know whatever you have decreed for me is the best for me, then you have this amazing connection with your Creator, your Lord, the one who fashioned you with his two hands, who made you out of clay, starting from your father Adam and his beautiful wife Eve, Hawa. And the Quran even says it. The Quran is the speech of God, your creator, Allah. And in chapter 9, God reminds us in verse 51, say, never will we, God, be, never will we be struck except by what Allah has decreed for us, meaning mankind, we, men and women. Whatever happens for us is because it was already decreed, like written, it was planned that it will happen. So the verse 51 says, never will we be struck except by what God has decreed for us. He is our protector. And upon God, let the believers rely. So yes, put all your trust in God and only fear him, meaning know that it's only him that will bring about calamities, hardships, trials, tribulations. It all comes from him. That's his plan, and his plan is just. There's a wisdom behind every single hardships happening, everything that we call bad or evil going on here on planet Earth. You just need to educate yourself, so get closer to God. I always talk about how Allah has been so merciful towards me, and I used to be involved in so many bad things. I committed many sins, but God's mercy was always there, enveloping me, encompassing even my evil deeds. So yes, he's always there. I'm a living proof. I had a very dark past, but I conquered. I'm here today, 2025, wiser, stronger, and at peace. Finally, and this inner peace is truly a treasure. It's so amazing. Once you are no longer depressed, no longer anxious, meaning you're thinking about the future, about events that haven't yet happened, and you're so freaked out, you don't know what's going to happen, how much money I'm going to be earning, how can I pay my debts, all those types of worries that you may have and those concerns, you put them all in the hands of God, and you tell yourself, listen, God, I have $50,000 in debt. I'm giving you those debts. Take care of them, and that's it. And then you go to bed at peace and knowing that he's going to take care of you. He's been giving you what you need all those years since you were born as a little baby. So, of course, he's going to be there for you again as an adult with all your problems. And remember, more money, more problems. Somebody said that years ago, and I say, wow, that is so true. More money, more problems. And that's why we say in our Islam that people that are poor, that have not too much materialism, I mean, in terms of material things, they will enter paradise before the rich, the wealthy. Because those people, it's like when you go to the airport, you know, there's a line called claims or something to declare. The rich, wealthy people, they're going to have a lot to declare, a lot of to be accountable for. But people that are poor, that don't have too much, it will be quick for them to be taken care of in terms of their accountability and then passing through and entering paradise. So yes, just calm, cool, collected, like they say. Don't listen to the negative news. Sometimes they exaggerate, sometimes they add up to what really happens. And just focus on the good, the positive. Because when you concentrate and focus on the negatives, it will just heighten your anxiety. And you don't want anxiety. You want to take care of your mental health. It's so super important. So focus on positive aspects in terms of you about to travel, you're going to visit your relatives. And practice what is called relaxation techniques, deep breathing. Earlier, my friend, one of my subscribers, her name is Z, she has her beautiful channel. It's called Why Are Humans Like This? She actually did mention about breathing, how it's so important. And practice meditation where you just in silence mode. You know, like you don't talk, you are not on your phone or on any electronic device. Practice mindfulness, like be really present, because that will calm your nerves, especially if you're someone that is scared of traveling, but you have to go somewhere over the ocean on the other side, maybe 2,000, 3,000 miles from where you live, you need to go. it will definitely calm your nerves before and also during the flights. When you have anxiety, you have to talk to someone. I'm always referring to consulting a therapist, someone, a professional. Because there's people that actually specialize in phobias. Phobias mean fear of something. Like, you know how some people are claustrophobic, meaning they cannot stand being in small spaces or being in places that are closed, like somebody who is going to freak out if the elevator is not moving and you're stuck on the, let's say, the 47th floor. Because here in New York, there's high-rise buildings, skyscrapers, like they call them here. And I can't imagine. I used to be a delivery messenger, and I would go to those luxurious buildings, and I would deliver food or packages. One time I delivered a wedding dress, and they pay me a big tip, like $75. And it took me like 5 minutes to go deliver that wedding dress. They were so happy. They gave me $75 tips right then and there. But yes, I was thinking, imagine I'm stuck in that elevator. I was thinking of, oh, my children, who's going to be able to tell them where I am? But there's people that have a phobia of heights. There's people that can't be in an elevator. They rather walk down the stairs. Yes. Imagine walking 20 floors. Some people do that. But there's where it becomes really something to worry. Is when you have anxiety as a disorder. Oh, hi. Thank you, Bob. I'll be right there, inshallah. Yes. In about 5-10 minutes, I will end my live. Yes, so please, if you are flying and you are in America and you just heard about this devastating news, all these people that passed away, 67 of them, just remain calm and realize that whatever happens, it's for the best. God loves you. And God knows what he's doing. God never makes mistakes, like we say. He is not the author of confusion. Just like how the Bible says, God is not the author of confusion, exactly. Hey, hi, beautiful. I was just talking about you. Hey, Sister Z. Oh, thank you. You're the best. I love you. Thank you. Wonderful. Bob, meet Z. Z, meet Bob. Alhamdulillah. Oh, thank you. Oh, yeah, I see 4 likes. Thank you. Yeah. The channel is slowly growing. I'm realizing a few people come in. I see new faces, new names. It's amazing. Our self-love movement is growing, expanding. Yeah. We are going to do amazing, great things we are going to accomplish. Oh, Z, by the way, I'm starting a beautiful group of only women, ladies. It's all about my ladies. Yes. So it's going to be on Discord. I'm going to install it on my phone, so I will have Discord, and we are going to have wonderful conversations. I'm planning one day, once I am wealthy enough to have a retreat. We all meet, all the beautiful ladies that I have met through this amazing platform, YouTube, my favorite app. And I would love for us to continue elevating each other, inspiring, as well as empowering one another. So we can one day maybe we could collaborate and write a book. You know, like how my book, I co-authored it, meaning it was thanks to one author, the one that published it, my mentor. And then we can share our stories to empower people all around the globe. So we can have that one book where it's all of us ladies. Maybe it would be 10 or 20 of us, and we write each our story, and the book would be like over, I think, like 400 pages, but an amazing collection of super inspirational stories. Something to think about. Let me know if it's a good idea, Z, if that would be something you would love to. I know you want to write your book, so I know you need to. It's not that a lot of people are going to benefit from it. Oh, thank you. Yes, I'm going to start it. I'm going to start the group. I'm going to install it. And then I guess how it works is that you get invitation, people that see you on there, and they also have a Discord. They will and send you a request. I don't know because I've been there like a few years back, but I started feeling that it wasn't going to be something I will commit to. And me, I'm like that. If I use an app, I want to be there like 100% committed. If I feel like yes, no, I'm like no. And that's why I deleted it and I stopped going there. But Sister Amato Rahman the other night, she mentioned Discord because I said WhatsApp. She said, but some people might not be comfortable on WhatsApp. And I said, yes, you're right. So I said, okay, let's do Discord then. Yes, so the live stream was about aliens, what Islam teaches. Do we believe in aliens? Do you believe in aliens? What else? I mentioned about, of course, the crash that has happened recently and how you shouldn't feel scared and afraid of flying. Because a lot of people, that will freak them out. They will like, no way, I am not flying after what happened. But that shouldn't discourage you. That should not discourage you. And I mentioned the Bermuda Triangle. Disappeared and go there. And someone years ago in 1964 had actually, he's the one that coined it, the Devil's Triangle, the Bermuda Triangle. Yes. I think his name, that guy's name that came up with the name. His name is Vincent Gaddis. I didn't know about that. Amazing. So the book that I have bought for my kids years ago is called The Bermuda Triangle, The Disappearance of Flight 19. And near the end of the book, it says, did you know a man named Vincent H. Gaddis came up with the name Bermuda Triangle? He used it in an article he wrote for Argosy magazine in 1964. Avenger planes like those that disappeared were very useful to the United States during World War II. They could travel 276 miles per hour. Many people have ideas about why the Bermuda Triangle has swallowed up ships and planes. They include aliens, tidal waves, whirlpools, and giant octopuses. Can you imagine? Octopus swallowing you while you're inside the airplane. I'm going to say grace. I'm going to say my pray bye. Subhanallah. Many people believe that the Bermuda Triangle mystery is nothing more than a myth. It is a myth they believe that began by people telling stories that were not true. I don't know. I hope I never get to live when aliens truly come here. You know the movies that we watch, like Independence Day. What did you say, Z? On Google, the most recent incident in the Bermuda Triangle was the disappearance of a private MU-2B aircraft in 517. The plane vanished from radar and radio contact with air traffic controllers. Wow. The wreckage was later found. Oh my God. Wow. Scary, scary. Very scary. Thank you for the information. I'm pinning, I don't know if let's see, I pinned that one that you just mentioned. Yeah, I see it, so I guess it's pinned. Wow. I don't know, you know, sometimes I've been sitting in my couch watching a movie like that, and I'm trying to visualize myself being there with these passengers and how I would react, how I would respond. I don't know. Until you are in that particular situation, in that predicament, you really don't know how to react. Oh my God. Subhanallah. You don't know. You don't know how you would. I don't know how. I'd be like screaming. I think that's how I would say. Oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. I think that's what I would say. And then I would try to breathe in, out, inhale, exhale, and come, come down. Wow. I hope it never happens to me because I don't know how I would react. Yes, Z say flying can be scary. You know, every time I'm on the airplane and when it's about to take off, you know, I say a little prayer and I'll be like holding holding the seat handles, you know. And I'm like, okay, stay calm, Yama, it's okay, it's okay. And then when we land, I'm like, yay! And I'll be like clapping. Do you do that too? I think you do that too. I remember the other day I saw you on the live. I think you did mention that, and you said you even say thank you to the pilot. Thank you for landing safely. Yes, I remember the first time that happened, everybody was laughing and clapping because there was some turbulences on our particular flight. And then when we landed, it was like unanimous, you know, like every single passenger, yay! We were screaming, thank you, in unison. As much as I have anxiety about death, life is hard, so it's almost like you'll finally be out of your misery. Yes, yes, most definitely. Yes, sister, you're right. You got that right. But it's like some of those weather patterns and the strong currents and the magnetic anomalies, that can be really scary to think about. I don't know, just the idea of me being there and experiencing that. Yeah, sorry. It's almost like you finally be put out of your misery. Yes. But these people that passed away, can you imagine there was little kids? Yes. Imagine you go with your mom to go celebrate a victory. You go to a different state, a different city, and you know, you're not thinking about anything that is going to be fatal, deadly, and then bam, this happened. This is another reminder for us that are still here and alive. This life, treasure it because it goes just like that. Poof. 1 minute you're here laughing, having the time of your life, and then next minute you're gone. Yeah. I did a few seconds of silence for these 67 victims. Yeah, 67. In the helicopter, they say it was 3 of them, and in the airplanes, 64 people there. Kids, teenagers, adults. Yeah. So yes, let's not be any more gloomy than now. Yes, on a positive note, you are here, you're alive, you're on my channel, you're listening to things that I have to say, you're helping me, you're supporting me. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So there you have it. This is the live stream, very short. Today was just me giving some of my thoughts about the Bermuda Triangle and the aliens. Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. So yeah, it's mystery, the Bermuda Triangle. And yes, aliens, I believe they exist, and I believe that when the time is perfect for them to come here, you know, in a physical form, they are going to be here. At one point I thought, and I was believing that the jinn, the other creation that God created, that they were the aliens and they can come here in the form of human beings, in the form of an animal. I remember watching years ago this TV show, I forgot. I have to check in online later on Google. It was this alien ship that came on Earth. I don't know, maybe you saw it, you watched it, Z, if you're still on the chat. And it was about these reptilian aliens. and they had human forms, but they were really reptiles, like snakes, and they would eat only like rats, mice. Did you see that TV show? I forgot the name. I think it was called V, but that was in France. And sometimes, you know, the movies, they won't have the same title depending what country is streaming them. But yeah, that was a very very scary, at the same time very entertaining and enjoyable TV show. We used to watch that when I was in France. Z say I never heard it. I don't follow much alien news. Yeah, that was back in the 80s. Talking about the Bermuda Triangle, there was articles that were written, the legends and lore of the Bermuda Triangle. The article explores the myths and facts surrounding the Bermuda Triangle, and it did provide historical context, trying to debunk a common misconception. And then there's another one that say, why is it called the Bermuda Triangle and is it real? Just examine the evidence behind the legends associated with it. When it comes to Islam perspective on extraterrestrial life, some people have spoken about, I don't know, I think there's some people that are Muslim and those who are non-Muslim also, they mentioned something. Let me see if I found one YouTube video about it. And I should be done with the live. Let me see. Let's see.
Welcome everybody around the world. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Matthias. I'll be moderating the conversation today. First of all, I would like to thank Daniela De Paulis for making all of this possible, the entire project, A Sign in Space, and all the workshop, including this one. Thank you, Daniela, for your leadership. Big thanks also to the City Institute, to you, Lee, and to the rest of the team, including Rebecca McDonald.
All right, stop talking.
Wonderful, thank you so much.
Increase our probability to detect it.
Detect it.
Wonderful, thank you so much. I love that quotation.
Let me listen to that guy, what he says, this one.
What about you? How long have you been fascinated by aliens?
I have a childhood interest, actually. So I grew up in Pakistan at a young age. And I used to read this fantasy series in Urdu. Dastani Amir Hamza.
Wow.
Hamza, that's about it's a magical world of jinn, like you mentioned, jinn, and angels and magic and sorcery. And so I think there's something within the human being that denies the fact that we are all alone, and there needs to be something more than what we can see and immediately around us. And so I think that has found expression throughout human history. So as a child, between the ages of 5 and 10, I was reading these books in Pakistan, and then I moved. I grew up actually in Qatar, where you are. I'd love to come back there, inshallah, in the future. I went to school there. I went to Doha College, and while I was there, I was an avid science fiction reader. So I read Isaac Asimov.
Wow, I didn't know about this guy.
I watched Star Trek, Twilight Zone, and so it's part of this fascination about the unseen and the possibilities. But one of the things that I came away with is that the sci-fi novels, at least at the time when I was reading, they tended to be dystopian, pessimistic. Whereas when you bring this theistic view into it, then there's always some kind of an optimism, a force for good, a higher purpose. So I was always been fascinated by the question of what an Islamic merger with sci-fi would look like. Like would it change the flavor of it?
Hamza, Karamali.
And yeah, I think like it's one of the factors that brought me where I am here today.
Wow.
Thank you so much, Hamza. What about you, Richard? Your fascination with aliens and
Oh, I'm going to stop it. Wow, that's amazing. I just came across a very nice video. All I did was asking about YouTube, anything about Islamic insight on extraterrestrial intelligence, and this came up, and I didn't know about this guy. He sounds so interesting. Hamza Karamali. He said he's from Pakistan, and I think he said, did he mention he grew up in, what the country? He didn't mention Dubai. Sorry, I forgot. But he definitely said he's from Pakistan. Hamza Karamali. Oh, he said he speaks Urdu. Oh, wow, that's interesting. I'm just looking now on, he has a website, hamzakaramali.com. He said, welcome, I'm Hamza. I help Muslims transform their faith by helping them see how Allah makes rational arguments to prove his existence and the truth of Islam. These arguments are on every single page of the Quran, and they stare us all in the face, but we don't see them. When you see them, it changes how you think, it changes how you feel, it changes who you are. If you want to learn more, the first steps is to subscribe to my first video series called The Quranic Case for God. Oh, okay, interesting. I may send him a request. That's interesting. Wow, beautiful. All right, my amazing family are here on YouTube. Thank you so much. Whoever has joined, I appreciate you. It was a very short live stream, but I just wanted to give you my 2 cents, like they say, about this topic of aliens and also the Bermuda Triangle, as well as what has happened lately here in America with the plane crash near DC. And just to remind you, this is a sign to appreciate life. Life is short, like they say. It's very fleeting. You can lose it just like that. So appreciate every moment that you spend with people that care about you, that you love, and just keep counting your blessings. That's what it is all about. Counting your blessing, having an attitude of gratitude, remaining patient, and building that resilience. And this is only possible through the challenges that you will face, the hardships, the different struggles, and that actually can only make you stronger. I truly believe that. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger, which is also the title of my next book. I just realized I'm always trying to promote it until it becomes published by the will of God. So yeah, read books. They say leaders are readers, and readers are definitely leaders. And remember, this too shall pass. Whatever you're going through, just keep going. I'm here for you. I'm your sister, Nia, or you can call me Niama. That's how my parents named me 51 years ago. And I'm here to help you elevate, and remember to acquire knowledge and use what you have learned. Whatever good I said here on this live stream today, February 7th, 2025, it comes from the Most High, Allah, God the Creator, my Lord. And whatever bad, I'm sorry, it comes from me. And I apologize. And whatever value you find in this live stream, thank you so much. Leave your comment or share that, because sharing is caring. I always say that. And I shall see you in the next one. I think the next one I wanted to do, let me see what topic. I always want to bring topics that I know you guys like to hear, to learn about. So maybe the next video, a live stream, I'm not doing too many videos. I might just do once like every day, daily live streaming, and then shorts. I want to concentrate on shorts because I've noticed my shorts have more views than my videos. People tend to really love watching the shorts because it's very short. That's why they call short. And the lifespan, I mean, not the lifespan, the attention span nowadays for us human beings is so short. So what I'm going to do tomorrow, because I saw a beautiful video earlier about it, I said, oh, this is a nice topic to share with my amazing family here on YouTube. I'm going to speak about hypocrisy. I'm going to share with you the signs of a hypocrite and maybe you have met a hypocrite in your life, and I would love to hear your experience with such person. So please, tomorrow is all about hypocrites and the science of hypocrisy. Yeah. And I think I will definitely talk about covert narcissistic people because they definitely have some signs, some traits of narcissistic, toxic hypocrisy. Yes. All right, what do you think? Do you think narcissists fall in that category of being hypocrite? I think so. You be the judge. All right, I see you tomorrow. Thank you so much for being here. I need to drink some water. My throat is dry. Okay, so thank you so much once again. I really appreciate you. I love you. You are amazing. This self-love movement is going to continue growing so we can learn from one another and inspire each other. I see you tomorrow, 8 p.m. Eastern Time. If I'm still alive, I will be here. Thank you so much. Until next time, stay blessed, stay educated, and see you in the next one. Arrivederci. That's bye in Italian.